Can I ask you a question? Do these two look like your parents? They seem like good people, don't they? Loving, generous, present, attentive, fair, and respectful. Everything a parent should be. But not all parents are like that. In fact, some have been nothing short of monsters. Let me give you a few examples. Stacey Ruth Castor.
She killed 2 people and tried to kill me and blame it on me.
In 2009, she was found guilty of murdering her husband, David Castor, by poisoning him with antifreeze back in 2005, and of the attempted murder of her own daughter, Ashley Wallace, in 2007 by lacing her drinks with sleeping pills. Amanda Hancock, 21, and Stephen Williams Jr., 26. A couple from Oregon charged with murder after their newborn baby starved to death. Authorities found little Dada Toria Hancock, only 7 weeks old, unresponsive. According to the Associated Press, the couple had been filming videos while their infant lay in the next room, crying, slowly dying of starvation. And yes, they heard the baby crying. Michelle Blair, she had 4 children.
I'm a kid, and I'm just telling you what happened to me. You didn't do about it. And plus, I still had to see the
9, 11, 13, and 17 years old. When authorities came to evict her, they found 2 of her children's bodies hidden in her freezer. Joseph Fritzl. His case surfaced in 2008. He was a seemingly normal man, hardworking, respected, a so-called pillar of society. But behind closed doors, he had kept his daughter Elizabeth locked in a basement for over 24 years, where he repeatedly abused her. And I could go on. Story after story of people society calls parents turning into pure evil. But there's one couple, one story that makes all the others look like saints in comparison. How is that even possible? You're about to find out. But first, a warning. Everything you just heard is a warm-up. What follows is brutal, gut-wrenching, and 100% real.
Hauntress. The truth hides in the dark.
Her name was Lacey Fletcher, and for a long time, she lived a normal life. But then, she became the needle in the haystack, one of those rare, horrifying tragedies that almost no one sees coming. You've probably heard of Stephen Hawking. He suffered from ALS, a neurodegenerative disease that gradually paralyzes the body. Lacey's condition was even worse. It's called locked-in syndrome. According to medical science, it's a condition where the person is fully conscious, fully aware, but entirely paralyzed, except for the muscles that control eye movement. Have you ever imagined that in your worst nightmares? Being trapped in your own body, unable to move, unable to scream, unable to ask for help. Yet your mind is working perfectly, just like it is right now. You can think, you can imagine, you can talk to yourself in your head, but that's it. One day, her parents, Sheila and Clay Fletcher, decided that taking care of their daughter was too much. So they made a decision. They didn't strangle her. They didn't poison her. They didn't even touch her. They simply ignored her. And by ignored, I mean they acted as if she didn't exist for nearly 12 years. Lacey wasn't born like this. Locked-in syndrome develops progressively, which means she had a normal childhood and most of her adult life. By the time she was 36, she could no longer care for herself. So the Fletchers decided to let nature take its course in the most inhumane and grotesque way imaginable. When police arrived at the scene and inspected the couch where Lacey had been left, they found something beyond comprehension. I've seen some terrible things in my life, but nothing like this. The parents were sitting in the kitchen. They had no explanation. I couldn't eat for a week. I cried for a week. This is the worst case of neglect I've ever seen. Those were the words of Dr. Beckham, the coroner. Lacey was already dead. Her body had wasted away, weighing only 96 pounds. She was covered in pus, urine, liquid feces, maggots, insect bites, and severe ulcers. The couch was rotting and soaked. She had been literally sunken into it, buried to her shoulders in a pit her body had carved over the years. She had been left in a pool of decomposing waste. Her torso was partially liquefied. Her arms and legs had fused to the leather of the couch. And the parents? They were arrested and charged with second-degree murder and extreme negligence. Their bail was set to $300,000. But when asked why, neither Sheila nor Clay Fletcher had an answer. Look into their eyes. Was it evil? Was it evil mixed with madness? The authorities said they appeared to be perfectly sane. So why? Why would they do something so calculated? If they had so little love for their daughter that they let her rot alive for 12 years on a couch, living side by side with her decaying body, the stench, the maggots, the flies, I want you to take a moment to really think. What was Lacey thinking? Completely paralyzed, unable to move, yet with a mind just as sharp and alive as yours and mine. As she slowly died, They say she was smart, the most mature of the group. So what thoughts crossed her mind when she first began to suspect what her parents were planning? What went through her head when she knew they had decided to let her die? To die in a way so horrific, so humiliating, and so lonely. This is what your own species is capable of. Never forget that. If you made it this far, thank you. Not just for watching, but for feeling something. For allowing yourself to witness the darker corners of humanity, the ones that most people prefer to ignore. Stories like Lacey's aren't easy to tell, but they matter. Because behind every headline, behind every name, was a real person with dreams, thoughts, and emotions, just like you. If this story made you think, if it made you feel something, then share it, not for views, but so her name is never forgotten. I'm Hauntress, and I'll be waiting for you in the next shadow.